In the previous classes, we completed atoms chapter, theory, and also numericals from textbook 4. And yesterday we started NEET and JEE assignment, level 2 questions, numericals. And yesterday we already sent through your WhatsApp PUC material and also NEET material and JEE. And we asked you to take either Xerox or we have to note down level 2 questions. In today class, we discuss NEET level 2 questions. Yesterday I think one question completed, and from second question onwards I'll start today, and you have to note down the question and you have to go for solutions. So we'll display the question on the screen. So just to go through the question. Second question. This is a level 2 questions. Question number 1 yesterday completed, and question number 2 we'll discuss in this class. In a Bohr's model, atomic radius of the first orbit is R0. Atomic radius of the first orbit is R0. Then a radius of the third orbit is, they have given a radius of the first orbit R1 is equal to, they given R0. Then what is the radius of the third orbit they are asking. So first orbit and third orbit. So here generally radius Rn is equal to formula 0.53 into n square by z square. If it is a hydrogen atom, z is equal to 1. So here a radius r is directly proportional to n square. R proportional to n square, that implies r third orbit by r first orbit is equal to, we should write it as n third orbit by n first orbit whole square you should write. That is equal to R3 by R1 already they given, R0 is equal to N3 is equal to 3 by first orbit is equal to 1 whole square. So which is equal to 9. So R3 is equal to, take R0 right side, 9 into R0. So radius of the third orbit of a hydrogen atom is equal to 9 times the radius of the first orbit. That is the answer. Check the option. So if you go through the options, third option correct, 9 R0. Now question number 3. Third question. If R is the Rydberg constant for hydrogen, capital R is the Rydberg constant for hydrogen, the wave number of the first line of Lyman series, the wave number of the first line of Lyman series, that is the asked question. Now we'll go through that one. So for the wave number of first line of Lyman series, for the first line of Lyman series, we know the general formula, n1 is equal to, should write values first 1 and n2 is equal to 2, means electron jumps from second orbit to the first orbit. Use the formula 1 by lambda is equal to R into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. So put n1 is equal to 1 and n2 is equal to 1. Check what they asked. If R is the Rydberg constant, then wave number they asked. Correct? Not wavelength, wave number. Reciprocal of the wavelength is equal to nothing but wave number. So nu bar is should calculate. So therefore nu bar is equal to R into 1 by 1 square minus 1 by 2 square. 1 minus 1 by 4 is equal to 3 by 4. Therefore nu bar is equal to 3R by 4. Check the option. Okay, next question. In that option 3R by 4, first option correct. Option 1 correct. Question number 4. The electron in a hydrogen atom, makes a transition. Electron in a hydrogen atom makes a transition from n is equal to n1 to from n is equal to n1 to n is equal to n2 state. N is equal to n1 to n is equal to n2 state. The time period of the electron, in the initial state, time period of electron in the initial state is 8 times that in the final state. 8 times in that final state. Full stop. The possible values of n1 and n2, possible values of for n1 and n2 are, that is a question. Check here in the given question. So the time period of electron in the initial orbit is 8 times that of the final orbit. So I'll take a initial orbit, for example, is equal to T1. So that doesn't mean it is the first orbit. Initial orbit I am taking a T1 and the final orbit is equal to T2. What the given condition? The time period of electron in the hydrogen atom in the initial orbit is equal to 8 times that of the final orbit. So T1 is equal to 8 T2. Or you may take a T2 left side. T1 by T2 is equal to 8 or 2 cube, right? But how the time period and the quantum number related? So time period is always directly proportional to cube of the quantum number. Right here T1 by T2 is equal to 8. But T proportional to n cube. Already we have given on derivation. Then T1 by T2 is equal to n1 by n2 whole cube. We should write. But already T1 by T2 given. What is the value? 8. I'll write it is equal to 8. Or n1 by n2 whole cube is equal to 8. We can write a 2 cube. So both sides cube get cancelled. Then n1 is equal to nothing but 2 into n2. It is a condition. n1 equal to 2 into n2 means the initial orbit must be equal to 2 times the final orbit, the given. Now check the possible values. For example, if take n2 is equal to 2, n2 equal to 2, then we have to check n1 is equal to, n2 equal to 2 means n1 must be 2 times, 2 into 2 equal to 4. But what they given in the first option? 6 given. So first option not possible. Next, I'll check n2 equal to 1. n2 equal to 1 means n1 must be 2 into 1 equal to. But what they given? 8 given. Also not possible. Third option I'll check. n2 is equal to 2 means 2 2s are 4. But they given 8. So third option also not possible. We'll check the fourth option. n2 is equal to, if you put 2 and n1 equal to 2 2s are 4. So fourth option correct. So we can write n1 is equal to 4 and n2 must be equal to 2. Fourth option correct. Note down that one. So we'll go to the next question. Question number 5. Fifth question. Let the potential energy of hydrogen atom, in the ground state be 0. Potential energy of the hydrogen atom in the ground state be 0. Ground state be 0. Then it's a total energy in the first excited state. Then it's a total energy in the first excited state will be. Total energy in the first excited state will be. That is the question number 5. What they given? In the initial orbit, the total potential energy of electron is equal to the given 0. N is equal to 1 and the first excited state means N is equal to 2. So whenever P is equal to 0 means total energy is in the form of kinetic energy. So whenever electron is going from the first orbit to second orbit, electron has a kinetic energy of 13.6 electron volt, because total energy and kinetic energy both are equal in magnitude. So electron has a 13.6 electron volt energy. Now to transfer the electron from the first orbit to second orbit, how much energy required? E excitation, nothing but first orbit is equal to minus 13.6, second orbit is equal to minus 3.4. If you subtract both, difference value is equal to 10.2 electron volt. It is equal to E2 to 1. Whenever if you want to shift the electron from the first to second orbit, required value 10.2. But already electron has a kinetic energy of 13.6. Then what is the total energy of electron in the excited state? So you should take E is equal to E total. E total is equal to, you should write E excitation plus nothing but E kinetic energy. Add both the values. That equal to 10.2 plus 13.6. So 13 plus 10, that equal 23.8. So total energy of electron in that orbit is equal to 23.8 electron volt. So check the option. Which one option? Second. So option 2 correct. So that is a 23.8, option 2 correct only. Now sixth question. In Bohr's model of a hydrogen atom, in Bohr's model of a hydrogen atom, Bohr's model of a hydrogen atom, let R, V and E, let R, V and E, capital letters all are, represent the radius of the orbit, speed of the electron, and total energy of electron respectively. Total energy of electron respectively. Which of the following quantity is a proportional to, which of the following quantity is a proportional to the quantum number n, proportional to the quantum number n? That is the question. Now we'll go for explanation and solution. Check the given. In a Bohr's model of hydrogen atom, if you take R represents a radius and V represents a speed and E represents energy, then what is the relation? Means if you take which of this option or following quantity is directly proportional to the quantum number n, they asked. So means E by V proportional to n, correct or not, you have to check. Or R by E proportional to n, correct or not, you have to check. So here radius and quantum number relation is nothing but R is directly proportional to n square. In a Bohr's model, radius of the nth stationary orbit of a hydrogen atom is directly proportional to square of the principal quantum number, R proportional to n square. Speed. So speed of electron in the nth stationary orbit is inversely proportional to the quantum number. So V proportional to 1 by n. Similarly, magnitude of the total energy of electron is also inversely proportional to n square. Now we have to check which of these quantities are directly proportional to n. I'll check each and every option and whether correct or not we will choose. So here proportional to E by V. E means 1 by n square. In place of the E, I'll put 1 by n square into V means 1 by n. In place of the V, I'll put 1 by n. So 1 n get cancelled. Therefore, it is a proportional to 1 by n. But what they asked, which quantity is proportional means directly proportional to n. But here we got inversely proportional to n. So first option clearly wrong. Now we'll go for second option. R by E. R proportional to n square divided by E proportional to 1 by n square. Then if take n square to numerator, n square into n square is equal nothing but n power 4 but they asked only directly proportional to n. So second option also clearly wrong. Now we'll go for a V into R. So that implies V proportional to 1 by n into R proportional to n square. So here one n get cancelled. Therefore, remaining is a proportional to n. Whatever the question they asked, it is satisfying the condition. So we can go for a third option. But fourth option automatically not necessary, but I'll check. RE means R proportional to n square into E proportional to 1 by n square. So both the quantities get cancelled. Nothing but R is RE proportional to n power 0, independent. So clearly among all the four options, third option correct. That's important. So note down and choose option 3 correct answer for 7th question. Now question number 7. If elements with principal quantum number, if the elements with the principal quantum number greater than 4, if elements with the principal quantum number greater than 4 were not allowed in nature, then the number of possible elements would have been, that's the question. They asked in a generally principal quantum number we have possible value infinite, but for a condition given, if for example principal quantum number greater than 1 not allowed, just imagine, if not allowed means number of elements formula 2 into n square, simple formula. We can write here 2 into n square means you should write greater than 1 not allowed, up to 1 allowed. So I'll write 2 into 1 square equal, will get the value 2. So number of elements are 2. For example, the n value greater than 2 not allowed, up to 2 allowed, but more than 2 not allowed. Then what is the possibility means n is equal to 2 into not 2 square. We should take the formula 2 into 1 square plus 2 square you should write. That means it is equal to 2 to 4. 4 plus 1 equal to 5. 5 2s are total 10 elements are possible. Same model. If n greater than 3 were not allowed, then what is the possibility means 2 into 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square. Correct? Now check. Here 3 square means 9. 9 plus 1 equal 10. 10 plus 4 14. 14 2s are 28 elements are possible. In this way, what the question asked? If the principal quantum number greater than 4 were not allowed, n greater than 4 were not allowed, then the number of possible elements, right, n is equal to 2 into 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square. That is equal to 2 into 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 16. That equal to 16 plus 4 20, 20 plus 10 30, 32s are 60. So number of possible elements in the nature, total 60 elements. That is answer. So remember this model method carefully. Whatever they asked, we can substitute and we can calculate. If a greater than 5 not allowed given question, we should take a 2 into 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square plus 5 square. We should take. That is only method. Important. When one problem we are solving means this kind of models we have to keep in our mind. Just numbers only will be changed, but concept same and the process also same. That is important. Now we'll go for the next question, 8th one. Question number 8. Note down the question. Excitation energy of a hydrogen like ion. Excitation energy of a hydrogen like ion. In the first excitation state. In the first excitation state is 40.8 electron volt. 40.8 electron volt. 40.8 electron volt, full stop. The energy needed to remove an electron, from the ion in the ground state is okay. Check the question. So the given, it is a ground state, means n is equal to 1. You should write n is equal to 1 is called ground state, n is equal to 2 is called first excited state, correct? First excited state. Now what they given a question, the energy required to remove an electron from the first excited state is a 40.8 given. It is not a hydrogen atom, hydrogen like any atom maybe. Here energy is equal nothing but 40.8 electron volt is there, correct? Now how much amount of energy is required to remove the electron from the ground state? So we should calculate. So energy E proportional to 1 by n square. Simple formula you should write. In both the cases, hydrogen like atom only. So Z no need to take. So right here, E general formula minus 13.6 into Z square by n square. It is the actual formula. General formula it is, or energy required to remove an electron given. That means nothing but ionization energy only indirectly. If take it is ionization energy, we should take E ionization is equal to plus, you should write 13.6 into Z square by n square. In both the cases, 13.6 constant and same hydrogen like atom. So Z also constant. Then E proportional to 1 by n square you should take. I'll use the formula E proportional to 1 by n square. We want to remove the energy from the first orbit. So E1 you should calculate. Divided by, it is equal to E2, already we know. Equal to reverse you should take, inversely proportional, N2 by N1 whole square. E1 by E2 is equal to N2 by N1 whole square. Now check here, E1 we don't know, we need to calculate. Divided by 40.8. And there we write N2 by N1. And check the options. The given options 40.8, 27.2 and 13.6. Okay, question only. And check the options. After solving, you have to check the options. So energy required to remove the electron in the first excited state, 40.8. Energy required to remove the electron from the ion in the ground state. So how much amount of energy means E1 is equal to 40.8 by 2 square is equal to 4. Divide the value. 40.8 by 10.2 na. First option 40.8, second 27.2, and then 54.4 and 13.6. Obtained. Here N2 is equal to 4, N1 is equal to 1 whole square, you should write. Getting answer or not? Or I'll calculate. E1 is equal to 4 into 40.8. Multiply this value. If you obtain answer, okay, or check that one. E1 value we don't know. We should calculate. but E2 already 40.8 given. Here N1 is equal to 1, N2 equal to 2. So E1 by 40.8 is equal to 4 by 1. That is equal to 4 into 40.8. 163.2 electron volt. So correct that option. Answer 163.2 electron volt is required. So one thing you have to remember carefully, when we are going from the lower to higher orbits, what will be happen? The amount of energy required to remove the electron gradually decreases. So second orbit required value 40.8 to remove the electron, and third orbit less than this one, fourth orbit less than this one. But when we are coming to the ground state, energy must be more than 40.8. So answer must be not 13.6. That is a 163.2 electron volt. Okay. In the fourth option, in the given question of fourth option, they are given 13.6. So correct that one to 163.2 electron volt. That is the answer. Now we will go for next question, ninth question. Question number 9. Which state of triply ionized? Which state of triply ionized beryllium? So it is also containing only one electron. Which state of triply ionized beryllium has the same orbital radius as that of the ground state of hydrogen, Okay. Check here, they given one is a beryllium, one is a hydrogen, and both are having the given same orbital radius. So radius of the orbit of the beryllium and hydrogen orbit both are same. Atomic number of beryllium RBE is equal to nothing but ZBE is equal to 4. Atomic number of beryllium 4, and hydrogen Z hydrogen is equal to 1. Ground state of hydrogen they given, so NH is equal to, we should take 1. But which state of beryllium? So NBE should calculate. Which state of beryllium asked means you should calculate this one. Now we know the radius of formula R proportional to Z square by N square. R is proportional to Z square by N square. But here they given clearly radius is a constant. For both the cases, radius of the beryllium and the radius of the hydrogen in the particular orbits is same given. Now take N square left side. So N square proportional to Z square, that implies N is directly proportional to Z, we can write. N square proportional to Z square, or N is directly proportional to Z. So N beryllium divided by N hydrogen is equal to, directly proportional means atomic number of beryllium by it is equal atomic number of hydrogen, you should write. Therefore N beryllium divided by N hydrogen is equal to 1, ground state. Z beryllium is equal nothing but 4 by Z hydrogen is equal to 1. Therefore which state means N is equal to 4, correct. Check the option, key answer. N is equal to 4. Now we'll go for question number 10. So in the given 9th question, second option correct. N is equal to 4. Now 10th question. If lambda 1 and lambda 2 are first members of Lyman and Paschen series, first members of Lyman and Paschen series respectively. Then the ratio of lambda 1 and lambda 2 is ratio of lambda 1 and lambda 2 is, so you should calculate. Okay, so they given the question, lambda 1 is the wavelength of the first member of the Lyman series, lambda 2 is the wavelength of the first member of the Paschen series. Now we'll take for first member of Lyman series, for first member of Lyman series. So we know N1 is equal to 1, N2 is equal to 2. Same model for first member of a Paschen series. For first member of Paschen series, N1 is equal to 3, N2 is equal to 4. In both the cases, write a Rydberg formula and take ratio. Here, 1 by lambda 1 is equal to R into 1 by 1 square minus 1 by 2 square. That is equal to 1 minus 1 by 4 is equal to 3R by 4. 1 by lambda 1 is equal to 3R by 4. Equation 1. Here, 1 by lambda 2 is equal to R into 1 by 3 square minus 1 by 4 square. That equal to 1 by 9 minus 1 by 16. Simplify it. And later we have to divide first and second equations, or second and first equations. What will get? 7R by 144 here. That equals 7R by 144. Second equation. Now divide second equation with the first equation. That implies 1 by lambda 2 into lambda 1 by 1. Here second equation is 7R by 144. So divided by, or write into means 4 by 3R. So cancel RR. Then lambda 1 by lambda 2 you should calculate. Simplify it. Check the options. 1:3. So clearly 1:3 not possible. Correct? With the 4 we have to cancel this one. 4 you have to cancel. Second option 1:30. Clearly 1 not possible. Third option 7:50. So 7 clearly possible. So always the numerator must be 7. So while solving the problems in exam, we can clearly eliminate first and second options, because the numerator 1 not possible, we can cancel. So we will go for a third or fourth options. So third option 7:50, but 50 not possible if you cancel this value. So it is equal to, if I cancel this one, 36 times cancelled, 36 4s are 144. 36 4s are 144. Then 36 into 3 is equal to 108. So 4 1s are 4, 36 are cancelled. So 36 into 3 is equal to 108. Therefore, lambda 1 is to lambda 2 is equal to 7 is to 108. Correct answer. So which option? That is the fourth option correct. Now we'll go for question number 11. Note down the question. 11th question. An electron jumps from fourth orbit to second orbit. An electron jumps from fourth orbit to second orbit of hydrogen atom. Electron jumps from fourth orbit to second orbit of hydrogen atom. Given that Rydberg constant R is equal to 10 to the power of 5 per centimeter, not meter. 10 to the power of 5 per centimeter. The frequency in a hertz, the frequency in a hertz of the emitted radiation will be, frequency in a hertz of the emitted radiation will be. So that is a question. Okay, now check. So here frequency formula nu is equal to Z square into RC into 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. Frequency formula, wave number means 1 by lambda equal to Z square R, but frequency equal to Z square RC into 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. Now we need to write here nu is equal to hydrogen atom means clearly Z is equal to 1, so 1 square into Rydberg constant they given in centimeter, but you have to convert into meters, that equal to 10 to the power of 7 per meter, because 1 centimeter is equal to 10 power minus 2, power minus 1 is there, so it will be equal to 10 power 7 per meter right here into 10 to the power of 7, and the speed of light we know 3 into 10 to the power of 8 into 1 by 2 square, because the lower orbit is equal to 2 and the higher orbit is equal to 4. 1 by 2 square minus 1 by 4 square, that equal 3 into 10 to the power of 15. Here 7 plus 8, 15 into 1 by 4 minus 1 by 16 should write. 1 by 4 minus 1 by 16, simplify it. 12 by 64. So 12 by 64 means still we can cancel. That equal 3 into 10 to the power of 15. 12 by 64 means 4 3s are 12 and 4 16s are 64. Therefore 3 3s are 9 by 16 into 10 to the power of 15 hertz. So check the option. 9 by 16 into 10 to the power of 15. So third option correct. That is the question number 11. Now we'll go for a 12th question. Question number 12. Note down the question. Question number 12. Imagine an atom made up of a proton and a hypothetical particle of double the mass of electron, but having the same charge as that of electron. Double the mass of electron but having the same charge as that of the electron. Apply the Bohr's model, and consider all the possible transitions of this hypothetical particle, to the first excited level, the longest wavelength lambda equal to, that is the question. Question number 12. Generally we know Rydberg formula 1 by lambda is equal to R into nothing but 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. It is a Rydberg formula, general formula for a hydrogen atom. But what they given? For a hypothetical particle given, not for a hydrogen atom, for a hypothetical particle. So we can write here, generally Rydberg constant R is equal to me power 4 by 8 epsilon naught square into CH cube. It is a formula. Generally hydrogen atom, if you take a general formula, R is equal to me power 4 by 8 epsilon naught square into CH cube. for electron, but they given a hypothetical particle. For hypothetical particle, so charge is same given, but mass m dash is equal to double the mass of electron. Mass of the hypothetical particle is a double the mass of electron, but the charge is same, no difference. E dash and E value both are equal. Now we can modify Rydberg constant. So therefore, here also you can write R dash actually for hypothetical particle. Therefore, R dash is equal to m place I'll write 2m. That is called 2m into e to the power of 4 by 8 epsilon naught square into ch cube. Except to remaining all the terms equal to R. Therefore, it is nothing but equal to 2R we can write. So actually here I am writing for a hypothetical particle 1 by lambda equal to R dash into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. Now 1 by lambda is equal to formula R dash plus I'll write 2R into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. But the given consider to the first excited level. First excited level means n1 equal to be write 2. For longest wavelength n2 must be equal to 3. Electron jumps from third orbit to second orbit. Right here 2r into 1 by 2 square minus 1 by 3 square. 1 by 2 square minus 1 by 3 square means 1 by 4 minus 1 by 16. So 1 by 4 minus 1 by 9. That is called 5r by 36. Take here n1 is equal to first excited level. Longest wavelength means n2 must be equal to 3. Should substitute the value. That is called 2r into 1 by 2 square minus 1 by 3 square. 1 by 9, that is called 1 by 4 minus 1 by 9. Next question. Okay, just check the options. Okay, so just go for this one video. And one student raised a doubt. 11th question, in a metal they given 10 power 5, and how we get 10 power 15, one student asked one doubt, and already I discussed and I explained. In a question they given Rydberg constant R is equal to 10 to the power of 5 per centimeter. But in the question last options they given in the SI unit hertz. So hertz is SI unit means centimeter inverse we need to convert into meter, SI system. So here 10 to the power of 5 per centimeter given means you should write like this. 10 to the power of 5, 1 centimeter is equal to 10 to the power of minus 2 meter whole power minus 1 you should write. That is equal to 10 to the power of 5, 10 power minus 2 minus 1 equal to 10 power plus 2 you should write meter inverse. That is equal to 10 to the power of 7 per meter. We should take like this. So clearly, in the question they given CGS system per centimeter, but we need to convert into SI system. That's why we have converted 10 power 5 into 10 power 7 per meter. Then we got answer 10 to the power 15 correct only. So I think doubt clarified. It is for 11th question. The student asked one doubt, this one. Now I'll go for this one. That is equal to 2r into, simplify this one, 2r into, it is equal to 1 by 4 minus 1 by 9, that is equal to 5 by 36. And 2 1s are, 2 18s are get cancelled. So 1 by lambda is equal to 5r by 18. 5r by 18. Or lambda is equal to 18 by 5r you should write. Now check the options. Question number 12. Question number 12. Check the options. That is equal to 18 by 5r correct. 1 by lambda is equal to 5r by 18. but lambda is equal to 18 by 5 are correct only answer. That is answer. 18 by 5 are. Now note down 13th question. Note down question number 13. The ionization energy of hydrogen atom is 13.6 electron volt. Ionization energy of hydrogen atom is equal to 13.6 electron volt. 13.6 electron volt. The ionization energy of helium atom. Ionization energy of helium atom. Ionization energy of helium atom would be ionization energy of helium atom would be. That is only question. Now check this one. Ionization energy meaning the energy required to remove an electron from its natural orbit or original orbit. So here when a hydrogen atom is in the first orbit, electron is in the first orbit of hydrogen atom. So the binding energy is minus 13.6. If you want to remove the electron, we need to supply plus 13.6. That indicates in a hydrogen atom means atomic number Z is equal to 1. Electron is in the first orbit. Now, what is the amount of energy required? Means E2 we should calculate. Helium atom given. So Z2 is equal to what we should take? 2 helium atom. But you have to understand from the same first orbit. Question understood? Na? If you want to remove the electron from the first orbit of hydrogen atom, there is a need of 13.6 electron volt. How much amount of energy is needed to remove the same electron from the first orbit of helium atom? I'll take the formula. Ionization energy formula E is equal to 13.6 into Z square by N square. It is a formula. In this formula 13.6 constant. Same orbit, first orbit, N also constant. Then ionization energy is directly proportional to Z square. Then you should take the formula E2 by E1 is equal to Z2 by Z1 whole square you should write. That is equal to E2 by 13.6 is equal to Z2 is equal to 2 by Z1 is equal to 1 whole square. Therefore, E2 is equal to 2 to the 4 into 13.6. Multiply this value. 54.4. Check the answer. 54.4 electron volt. Check the options. Question number 13. 54.4. Question number 13. 54.4 electron volt. Fourth option correct. Okay. Okay. So 13 questions completed, and already I think we have the material. So still anybody not taken Xerox, still time is there. Better to take Xerox if possible, or if not possible, at least note down the questions in your notes. So writing one question, leave some space, and again write one more question and leave some space. And if a possibility is there, try to solve some questions, whatever the number of questions possible. And in next class, I'll discuss remaining questions. Okay, thank you.